Well, now, always remember Super Dave Bistula, the tall, white, gothic, vampire, alien, coming to you in front of Stitches. We are using Stitches Wi-Fi because for some reason Susie Shear, which is right next to it, is not working very well. So the same we are in the same shopping center as or shopping complex, the strip mall, which Walmart and Toys R Us are part of, as well as the Tim Hortons. That stands Tim Hortons slash Wendy's. That stands by itself. Tim Hortons, for some reason, is not working very well. That network, or rather, it's too slow. For some reason, we're not sure why. The smart centers, which I also have on the other building, the Bell Center, Marathon Souvlaki, Subway, and Baton Rouge. And then that building stops, and what you have, it starts off with Alo Mon Coco, the breakfast place, Stitches, which we're using their Wi-Fi network, Susie Shear, Oshkosh, now remember Bulk Barn right after it, and somewhere is over there is Additionnel, which is I think the same thing as Pennington's, made for fluffy women. Here in you could say the area of Mont Royal, VMR en français, Ville de Mont Royal, or TMR, Town of Mount Royal in English. Here in the greater area of Montreal, Quebec, Super Dave Bistula of Montreal, Quebec, Canada. So we just wanted to make a lighthearted subject of today, something very interesting. Many of you have heard, or possibly have heard, about the three musketeers, les trois musketeers. But there was a fourth musketeer as well within them. Now, the fourth musketeer, who was very, very, very interested in joining them, he was the only one that had the French name, and his name was D'Artagnan. I do not know what his full name and title was. Now, for the other three musketeers, they either were born with a first name, or they adopted a name that was very Greek. One of the names of the musketeers was Aramis. Sounds Greek. How about the other one? Athos. Or the third one, Porthos. Does that sound very Greek to you? David, would you like to take over? Would you like to take over? I would like to say, in actuality, if I didn't know that those three were actually French, si je savais pas les trois mousquetaires, c'est français là, je vais parler en grec à eux là. I would speak to them in Greek. I would say Yasure Tikanis Musketeris. But you see, I'm thinking to myself that the old French of the medieval or Renaissance times was probably a little bit even more Latin, sounded more like Italian or Spanish than it does now. In fact, it probably has been very Greek influenced. Now, I'll try to study this subject a little bit more, but I'm thinking that the French language itself has evolved. But still, even as the French language evolved, I would still say that the French culture of France probably was influenced by the Latin culture, which was influenced probably by the Greek culture. And in fact, here in Quebec, Monsieur René Lévesque, he himself has adopted a policy that was very Byzantium, Greek influence. So, I'm thinking to myself that the French culture of France was probably divided between the southern and northern European. In fact, I remember a French teacher was saying that there's a line between in France between the north and the south. The south part is more like Italian, Spanish, and Greek, probably. Very influenced by that. In fact, you have some names in France which sound very Italian, last names. Like I think the producer or the cartoonist of the Pink Panther, which is very French, his name is Henri Mancini. Does that sound Italian to you, or Latin? Or think of there's a tennis player, gorgeous tennis player. Her name is Bartoli. I forgot what her first name was, but what a gorgeous woman. Now, and to the north, that is very Germanic, Nordic type of influence. In fact, the way they speak French is almost like the way the Germans speak, or Germanic people speak. Their accent sounds more Germanic. In fact, I know a guy in the golf scene. He comes from France. His name is Nathaniel, or Nat, as I call him, as he likes to call himself. When he speaks French. In fact, I think he is from France. But when he speaks English, it sounds very German. He sounds like he comes from Germany. It's just something that I found very interesting. Now, were the Musketeers influenced by the Greeks? I have no idea. I'm going to have to look into it. I'm not going to say a damn thing. I'm not going to claim anything. But, anyways. I'll probably just keep it as a lighthearted video and just say that the name that except for D'Artagnan, the other names of the Musketeers sounded Greeks. At least the first names did. The pre-names. Les prénoms c'est comme les Grecs. Anyways, Super Dave. Just conclude and close it off. There was probably an influence from Latin, but also Latin had its influence from Greek, and apparently vice versa. Over the years, they've overlapped. And I would probably guess that maybe France has taken some Greek influence as well. So, this is what I would have to say about the Three Musketeers having Greek names. Aramis, Athos, and Porthos. Ticanis. As well as salut. At any rate, I'll bid you adieu, au revoir, adios, arrivederci, shalom, do svidania, auf Wiedersehen, yasas, parevces, goodbye. Also, merci beaucoup, muchas gracias. Mucho gracie. Tuda raba. Spasiba. Dankeschön. Evcharisto poli. Shachon ragalem. And salut. Bonjour. Yasas. Kalimera. the musketeers. And now, thank you very much.